Okay. Oh, hello. Don't even know where we're going. Okay, so right now I should have started this recording a lot sooner, but I should probably grab some headphones. But pretty much what I'm doing right now is I am editing the project for my ethics class labeled currently prostitution. Short based on the fact if prostitution was legalized in Las Vegas, which in certain parts of Nevada it already is. But this is more so my take on it because my ethics teacher wanted me to do a debate. And I told him, fuck that, I don't want to do a damn debate. I can't plug these headphones in. Can't find the hole. I found it. Alright. So pretty much right now, what I've been working on is just syncing the audio clips with the video clips. Excuse me. Don't want Chinese food. Alright, so syncing the audio clips with the video clips. For those of you who have, well, pretty much seen this before, it's fairly simple. All we're going to majorly be doing right now is looking for the slate. And pretty much the way I go about it is I look for the moment where the slate claps and you hear the peak of it. There. So we go back. You guys won't hear it, but I will. So I should probably turn. Yeah, there we go. If your ears aren't bleeding by the time you're done editing slate claps, then you're doing something wrong. There we go. And then you just hit M to mark that specific spot. Oh, let's do karaoke. I'm so down for karaoke. Yeah, sorry, you guys. But anyway, so then you do the same thing with the audio clip. Oh, wait, I should probably unsolo that. So soloing allows you to listen to just one particular clip at a time. Now, I'm going to be attempting to do the exact same thing with the audio clip, so just give me a second. Now you'll see like a specific spot where the volume actually peaks the highest, where it's like right there. And we do the exact same thing here, and we mark this scene. Okay, simple as that. And then all we got to do is sync up the two marks right there. And do a little choppy here, little. Okay, now we play it back. Now, if these two audio clips are untouched right now, they're gonna play on top of each other, which is okay in a sense. But then you have the natural sound from the camera mixing in with the tune sound from the audio recorder, from the boom pole. So pretty much what I do is I mute the first track. Yeah, that's the mute button. I mute the first track so I can pretty much listen to the undertone of the boom pole. And then just see if it matches up just right. Okay, just basing it on that kiss alone, everything seems perfectly linked up, ready to go. So another thing is you just overdub the camera audio sound because you don't want that sound. Then you take and you highlight these two clips and you want to link them. This way, whenever you off-click something else, and you can just click it on one, and then all of a sudden they're linked. And it even works if you want to like take away a bit of this, a bit of that kind of thing. And it works with cutting as well. I move my hands a lot. I don't know if I'm going to use the camera footage. I know that we're going to be using the audio for this little behind the scenes thing. But yeah. So right now, there's me. I don't know if the screen recording is recording audio internally or not. I know that I can hear it, but I don't know if the microphone can hear it, you know? So, I'll fix that in post. And when I mean post, for those of you who've never seen anything like this before, post-production. So there's 3 stages: pre-production, which is where you get all the paperwork together, actual production when you're shooting, and then post-production when you're working on the edits and posters and things like that. Well, sometimes you have the posters in pre-production, but we won't get into that. So just because I have these 3 clips right now, I'm going to show you guys how to cut, just because it'd be useful. And I'm going to be recording the entire screen this entire time, mostly because I'm going to be using this as behind the scenes. But for people that are watching this video right now, it's mostly for a small tutorial, let's go with, on how to use Premiere Pro. I probably should have said that in the beginning, how to use Premiere Pro, that kind of thing. So yeah, we're going to work on cutting now. Now you can cut over here in the preview window too. However, I find it's much easier to sync up clips this way. Well, because you have the slate up here and things like that. Look, there's me again. And then there's Ty. Good old Ty. Shout out to Ty. Go follow his link, which I'll post in the description of this video on YouTube. He's a great photographer. Highly recommend for graduation photos, weddings, things like that. Anyway, back to the main point. We are looking to cut this video. So after the action, we will say right here is where we want to cut it. Now, oops, didn't mean to touch that. So when we cut, we're going to use this little razor blade tool. Back to my emo days. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we use it, we go onto this line, like these are linked already. So automatically it'll cut both the audio and the video clip together. Okay? Come back to the pointer, click this spot right here, delete. Simple as that. Delete. Okay, so now this clip is linked perfectly fine, and we can see this. Good old Larry. We're not really seeing his face, but you know, Larry's Larry. Now I'm gonna have to adjust the audio in this a bit because when she walks over here, her voice gets louder. Okay, so we got that. That clip's done. So you're pretty much seeing how I'm cutting, or how I'm going to try to cut it right now. Now we're doing the exact same thing over here, taking me out of the picture, waiting for action. Shout out to Liss right over here. Alissa Wheeler, go follow her Instagram page. Yeah, it'll be in the link in the description below. Usual thing. She is a great actress, great model. Just recently was in a pageant, yeah, won Media Queen. So yeah, she's great. Love working with her. Anyway, continuing. She's very professional, but she missed her cue right there. Okay, we want it to where Ty's talking, but Liss isn't moved from the fridge yet. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to come over here and look back and listen to what he says. Okay, be able to eat. That's what we're going for. Oh. So we have a bit of an issue here. So it's not timed right between the 2 sections. But there's a way we can go around this. So we unlink these real quick. Okay? we're going to expand the audio, okay, to where we hear Ty saying, "Let me cook." So this is our, okay, so he's saying action. Okay. Okay. We got to edit this the same way. So unlink, and then we're going to move the audio around a bit. We're going to play with the audio, which again, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear me doing this, because I don't know if the screen recording records screen audio or not. So, oops, not that. I'm not looking to link those. We're looking to unlink. I already unlinked them. Okay. So let's go with, so this is where he says, Now let's hope that if all goes well, this is where he says, right here. Now we have way too much space between here and here. So there's dead silence right there. Now I can fix this because thanks to my audio master, Derrick, which you don't see him in here because he's holding the boom pole, we have what we call room tone, which is literally what you put in the background for dead silence. This is extremely useful for anything that has no dialogue whatsoever. Okay, all this right here, this buzzing soundish, that's all room tone. That's what naturally you would hear in a room. Especially here in the kitchen, you have the fridge going off, you have the AC, you have the occasional ding of my frickin'. Anyway, so we're gonna grab a bit of this and a bit of that, drag it down over here. So we're going to have a bit of a pause between this. Oops. They're still linked. That's not what we want, like I said. We don't want to link them. There we go. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Oh, okay, wait. I got this. Pause. Let me cook it, is what he's saying right now. So what we're going to do in that aspect, so we're pretty much trying to cut in between his words, because it's what we need to do here. Now he speaks really fast in this second clip right over here. So we have to be very, very careful about how we're doing this. So right here, I'm going to try this. Oh, there's a bit of... Okay, also, you can expand your audio and video just by using the little slider bar here. So this way we can get exactly where we want to be. Okay. So we don't see Ty's face talking here, which is perfect for what we're trying to do. Okay, we are going to try to work around this as best we can. Ooh, not that. Didn't mean to do that. For those of you who don't know, I marked in, which we don't want to do that. So we're going to clear in. And that was a quick key by hitting the I button. Anyway, so we are going to come over here. We're going to cut this. We're going to want to cut this. So I showed you the little razor blade over here. For those of you who don't like scrolling over and clicking things like I don't, quick command keys, or not even a command, just hit C and automatically you have the razor blade for cutting. Again, back to my emo days. I'm sorry. Anyway, so for those of you who are looking at the camera, if I use the video, I'm actually very, very focused on my project, which is why I am making so many mistakes right now. So I'm trying to talk to you guys while editing the video itself. You know what I mean? So give me a second. Okay, so right now he's speaking, but it doesn't sound like a natural cut in between his voice. So now that we've cut his voice up to where it'll sound perfect and sound natural, we need to cut the clip to match what we're doing. So he's walking over, right? And she's just about to come away from the fridge. All right? So we are going to cut right about there. Perfect. Bring this over a bit to match that. And it'll automatically magnetize because I have this magnet button on. So the clips will automatically just blink, or they might sync to the audio. Blink is pretty much what we're looking at. Sync video to video, that kind of thing. Okay, so there was an issue that we discovered while shooting. So for those of you who don't know what a continuity error is, continuity is pretty much, let's say in one scene, like let's say in this scene over here, you see how Ty's wearing glasses? Let's say if he wasn't, okay? Let's say he's not wearing glasses in this scene, but he walks over here and he is wearing glasses. That's what's called a continuity error. It means something that's not continuous, meaning that, oh, you know, where did the glasses come from? Now, people naturally will just assume, oh, you know, he put them on while walking over there. But as a filmmaker, I'm thinking, you know, I didn't see him put them on, so he shouldn't have them on. That kind of thing, okay? So, continuing again. We got this, and continuing with the continuity error, we had shot a close-up scene, a medium close-up. So this right here is called a long shot. No, not necessarily a long shot. Well, it is a long shot, but not that long of a shot. Anyway, we had shot a medium close-up scene. Now that's just a medium. That's what it is. It's a medium. I'm retarded. Anyway, this is a medium shot because you get the waist area here and above. Okay, Ty's waist is a little higher because he's taller. Ty's really tall. Anyway, and this was a close-up shot of the exact same thing, the exact same scene. Now, let me know if you can see the continuity error. If you don't, it's literally right here. You see where her arm is. Going back to this scene, and she does the kiss again. Where is that arm? That's the continuity error that we ran into. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to cut around it. So I can cut right here. I could cut right here and use this clip. So let's try it. So we're going to use the cut tool, or not even command, just C, hit C. I'm going to cut these and cut this since they're not linked right now. Oh, and for the pointer, the quick command to get to that is V. So V is now your pointer. Highlight these, move them over just a bit. Okay. Now we're going to look for that clip that we want. Now this audio is already synced, so you don't need to see me looking like an idiot. But we'll show you again. Okay, anyway, you know, in and out product placement. I used to work there. Well, I work there now, but anyway. So the scene where she's already here, he's walking up. You see her hand is down. So what we're going to do is we're going to be smart. We're going to cut. Well, actually, I'm going to move this lower just because that sound should always be the lowest other than music. Anyway, we're going to cut right here. Okay. Now we're going to see if this links up the way I want it to. So in order to do that, it's trial and error. You got to come over here and see if it syncs the way I want it. Yes, that looks good. Look at that. There it is. There we go. Okay. So then there's that. So we're at the end of this scene. Okay, we cut. Now we don't necessarily need these clips anymore, because we've established the fact that, you know, they're intimate. There. We also saw another continuity error while shooting is the fact that the buns or the hot dogs were placed on top of the buns. In the other scene, the close-up scene, they weren't. But since we didn't see it in this clip, you don't got to worry about it. Cool. I like the little choker that we got for Liss. It actually says Liss on it. But we take care of our actors. Anyway, so we've established the fact that it's a close-up intimate scene, especially with the kiss. Now you can see that she's into the kiss. He obviously is not. The reason for this is because she just got off work. And for those of you who don't know what the production name is, for right now, it's prostitution. If prostitution was legalized in Vegas. She's playing a prostitute. He doesn't like it. They're together. Okay, anyway. So, continuing on, we have this done, synced up just fine. So we don't need to worry about these two clips. Now, what we do with these two clips, very simple and very, very in-depth, actually, if I were to explain it. You highlight, you hit the delete button. See? Super complicated. Anyway, now you don't need, you don't need to worry too much about nat sound. Nat sound is nat sound. You only need it to fill in the blank spots like here. It's also good if you have it for the longer period of time. Anyway, so right now you're wondering what we're going to do next. Now we're going to come to our so I have the files open right over here, but for the sake of showing you, I'm going to come over here, double click footage, have it come up as a window. I have it set up as window because I like this format. We're looking at the day 4 shoot because that's the day we shot here at this house. Now we have this scene. Oh, is it raining outside? It's raining and it's broad daylight. Vegas is weird. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Okay, so we are finished with the intimate close-up shot. That was literally one take, no mistake. Simple as that. Now we come over here to this clip. This clip is an intimate. It's a medium shot again from the other side. So we're gonna highlight this, bring it into the preview window. Okay. Now we don't want to take in any unnecessary space into the timeline because it makes editing a bit harder. Now, of course, when I say unnecessary, I mean like this. You didn't really need to see me jumping from there. It's funny in behind the scenes, but you don't really need it. Okay. So you want to where I say the scene. So it's okay. Come a little bit before that. Hit. We're gonna mark where we're gonna take. Okay. So if you just hit the simple key I, this is the point where it's gonna start the clip where you're gonna want to take. So you don't get any of this unnecessary stuff over here. Now scrolling through the scene, we know exactly what's going on. Okay. We see the whole scene. Normally, I'd watch the whole thing, but for time's sake, I'm going to just scrub through. Cut. Okay. Then on cut, now we don't want any of this unnecessary stuff too, but you see how it's highlighted? All you got to do is hit O. Now, only the parts that are in brackets is what we're going to be taking. So we take all this. Just click and drag. Simple as that. Now, again, we need the audio clip. So I'm going to come over here. Audio, double click. Bring up the window, day 4. Now this is the room tone that we used. This is the close-up intimate scene right here. You can tell because, so this little blue mark, it'll have it on the video clips and everything like that, is what is in the timeline right now. Okay? So, let's say it's trial and error. A lot of the times, Derrick usually marks the clips and names them. He listens to them individually and then changes the name for me. But we didn't have time to do that, mostly because Derrick had some things that he had to do. Minor update on that. Derrick's prayers go out to Derrick's father. He was in the hospital yesterday at the time of making this video. Today's the 30th. So yeah, he was in the hospital yesterday. Did hear that he was stable, so congratulations on that. Hope everything goes well. Continuing on for the sake of time. Something that I usually could do is I could compare. So you see how we have the same amount of video clips as we do audio clips minus the room tone. So this is the clip that we just used, and this is the clip that syncs with it, which means automatically we're thinking this clip right here is automatically this one. So we will take this down, double click to bring into the preview window. Now this is a little bit trickier because you don't see anything. Now, you obviously see the giant spike, however, in the sound. That is the clap. Okay, so again, I for in, scrub through. So, and then we hear cut over here. Okay, so O for out. Now you can't just grab right over here like I did with the video clip. It's a little bit different because like if you try to grab up here, you're just going to scrub through the sound. What you got to do is come right here to these little wavies right here, the waves. Grab the waves, sexy waves, bring it down here, okay? Now just like I showed you again last time, in order to sync the clips, we're doing the exact same thing, looking for the clap. The spike in the sound. There we go on here. So we mark that. Mark. You know, like speed, marker. Okay, continuing. Same thing. We're going to solo the audio clip itself only, so we don't hear any unnecessary sound. Okay, there it is. We mark that. Line up the marks. Try to line up the clips. This will make it easier to link. Otherwise, it might get slightly messed up. And then you have mouths that say nothing for like maybe a millisecond, but you notice it. And you're sitting there, and it's like, is the sound off? Oh, good, it auto saved. You're like, is the sound off? It might. I think the sound is off. Then you're not focused on the actual product at hand. You're focused on the fact that the sound might be off by maybe a millisecond, and you don't want that. Trust me, it bothers the living hell out of me. Okay. You can see Liss, just going into the whole explanation of what this is, Well, in terms of why the backyard's open, I probably should have thought of that while shooting, but it's okay. You know, it's all right. It doesn't really matter in terms of the scene itself. So Liss just got off work. Ty's a little frustrated with it, but he doesn't want to say anything. The reason being, well, we'll get into that later on. So we have these synced. Like again, let's unsolo this. Move this up to erase the NAT camera sound and replace it with the audio from the Zoom. Shout out to Best Buy for getting me the Zoom at a great discounted price, mostly because I work there, that kind of thing. But yeah, I work 2 jobs, In-N-Out and Best Buy. Anyway, so same thing, we're linking. Link. Now we have all this sound. Now, where we're going to cut here is going to be in the exact same area over here. So the problem here, there's a small problem here. Ty, or Ray in this sense, starts talking right as Liss finishes her lines. So trying to cut around it is going to be a bit of a pain, which honestly I might have just accidentally did it perfectly fine. So let's see how that goes. So C to cut, click, V, click and drag this out of here because we don't want to cut any of this out. Well, actually, stand by. Make room for the big boy. There we go. You can do this and you can overlay, and that's how things end up like that. But we're not going to use that. So we're going to wait for action. Okay. So cut right here as she walks past him. You know, actually, hang on. There might be a better way to cut this. So this is the, like I said, it's very difficult to cut in between Ty and Liss here. And the other continuity error is the fact that she says a different line. So here she's saying, God, Ray, I thought we talked about this. It's just a job. Here she just says, God, I thought we talked about this. The reason we can't use it is because she's already over here speaking. You're going to see her mouth move, but then you're not going to hear any words come out of it. So we have to figure out a way to get around that. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to cut here where she says, oh my God, Ray. Let's see how it looks. Sorry, normally I'm talking, but I'm normally very focused when I'm editing, so. So what I'm looking for right now is when she says God. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, so it sounds perfect. Oh, wait, does the video match up though? Oh, yeah, it matches up. It naturally looks like she's walking this way. That choker was a good call. Shout out to Paul, my cinematographer, for thinking that up and being my master of coin. Hang on, let me remove this because we don't need it anymore. Anyway. I'm sorry, I love that whole hot dog down a hallway scene. Sorry, this scene. Okay, so that was good. Anyway, for now, I'm going to stop the recording because I'm going to take a break from editing. And I'll continue this this little behind the scenes tutorial on how to edit and just how to play around with things. Right now, I'm just showing the basics, syncing, things like that. Anyway, for now, just stay wicked. I'm gonna stop this recording right over here. Oh, pardon the messy room, by the way. Which I'm not gonna use the video clip anyway, so it's fine. I might. I don't know. Haven't decided. Oh well.